So good afternoon, children. In the last class, we discussed about how to find the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, 2 by 2 matrix, and so on. Now we are going to learn the properties. Okay, we are going to learn the properties. Write the heading, properties of determinants. Write the heading, properties of determinants. We are going to learn 7 properties. We are learning 7 properties. So under that, first one, property 1. Property 1. Property 1. If each element in a row, if each element in a row or a column, if each element in a row or column, if each element in a row or column of a determinant is 0, if each element in a row or column of a determinant is 0, then the value of the determinant is 0. Then the value of the determinant is 0. If each element in a row or column of a determinant is 0. If each element in a row or column is 0, then look at here. Your second row is fully 0. In this case, no need to expand. Without expanding, we can say value of the determinant is 0. Okay, if one full row or full column becomes 0, so if each element in a row or column of a determinant is 0, then the value of the determinant is 0. Okay. Second property. Second property. If each element on one side of the principal diagonal, if each element on one side of the principal diagonal of the determinant is 0, if each element on one side of the principal diagonal of a determinant is 0, if each element on one side of the principal diagonal of a determinant is 0, then the value of the determinant is the product of the diagonal elements. Then the value of the determinant is the product of the diagonal elements. If each element on one side of the principal diagonal, if each element on one side of the principal diagonal of a determinant is 0, one side of the principal diagonal of a determinant is 0, then the value of the determinant is product of the diagonal elements. Then the value of the determinant is product of the diagonal elements. Value of the determinant is product of the diagonal elements. Okay, listen children. For example, listen. 1 second, you listen children. Suppose you have like this. Look at here. That is if it is upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix. Okay, upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix. Look at here. In this case, all the elements below the diagonal are 0. Or how will you find the determinant value? 1 into, isn't it? 1 into, when you expand it, it is 12 minus 0. Minus 2 into, it will become 0 minus 0. Is it correct? Plus 3 into 0 minus 0. So what you will get? It is 1 into 12, which is 12. Is it same as the product of the diagonal elements? Check it. Is it same as the product of diagonal elements? Is it correct, children? Product of the diagonal elements. If all the elements below the diagonal or above the diagonal is 0, then the value of the determinant will be same as product of the diagonal elements. So if it is asked, some questions will be asked for 1 more question, means don't evaluate the determinant as a whole. If it is in this form, you can use this property. That is why we learned this property. Okay. Is it okay, Anila Mohanan? Second property, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now based on this, tell me the answer, children. What is the value of the determinant? 2, 3 minus 5, 0, 2, 1 minus 5. What is the answer?
50.
Value of the determinant will be 50, isn't it? Because all the elements above the diagonal are 0. If you want, you can expand it. 2 into 25. Next element is 0. Next element is 0. We'll get everything 0. Okay. So this is the second property. Third property. Property 3. Value of the determinant remains unchanged. Value of the determinant remains unchanged. Value of the determinant remains unchanged. Value of the determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. If its rows and columns are interchanged. If its rows and columns are interchanged. If the rows and columns are interchanged, value of the determinant becomes same. It will not be changing. Okay, if we interchange rows into columns, that is, in other words, what we can say is determinant A is equal to determinant of A transpose. This is what this property says. Determinant of the matrix will be same as determinant of its transpose. If we interchange the rows and columns, value remains same. Okay, let us go through and one example. Example, suppose A is equal to matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1 minus 1, 2, 0. Okay, find out A transpose. What is A transpose? A transpose is got by interchanging rows with columns, isn't it? Rows into columns. First row will become the first column, second row will become the second column, and third row will become the third column. Now find out what is determinant A and find here what is determinant A transpose. Try this and check whether is it same. Find determinant A and determinant A transpose. Are they same? What is determinant A here, Tomlin? What is determinant A? If you take 1, okay, hereafter, listen children, I will not be writing the steps in detail. Instead of that, what you can do? First row, first element, 1 into. If you multiply this, 0 minus 2. Is it correct, Aparna? 1 into, leave the row and column. Then if you take these two elements, here, minus these two. Okay? Then for the second element, we write minus. For the second element, we write minus. For the second element, minus 2 into, leave the row and column. So when you multiply this, it is 0, minus, already minus 1 is there, so it is plus 1. Plus 3 into, if you take 3, leave the row and column. So here, 8 minus 0. So we get 1 into minus 2, it is minus 2, minus 2 plus 24. So we get, which is 20. We get it is 20. Now what is determinant of A transpose? What is determinant of A transpose? 1 into, if we take this first row into 0, minus 2, minus 4 into, isn't it? Minus 4 into, leave this row and column, 0, minus 6, plus minus 1 into 2. So we get minus 2 plus 24 minus 2, which is 20. Are you getting the same answer? Determinant of A is same as determinant of its transpose, A transpose. Determinant of a matrix is same as its transpose. Is it okay, Karthik? Shubham?
Yes, ma'am.
Now write the next property. Write the next one. So that is property number 4, isn't it? Property number 4. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, if any two rows or columns, any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged. Okay, when we interchange of a determinant are interchanged, if we interchange this, if any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, then the value of the determinant, then the value of the determinant changes by, then the value of the determinant, then the value of the determinant changes by minus sign, changes by minus sign only. Value of the determinant changes by one negative sign. Okay, suppose we interchange two rows or suppose we interchange two columns. Okay, then value of the determinant. If we interchange one time, we have to change the sign once. Is it clear? Suppose we interchange two rows or two columns. That means we are interchanging only once. If we interchange one time, we have to change the sign one time. Suppose we interchange two times. Suppose first row we take it and keep it in third row again we keep it in second row, means two times we are interchanging. So if we interchange the rows or columns two times, then sign should be changed twice. Okay, how many times we interchange? That many times we have to change the sign. Okay, so first let us learn for one and then we can generalize it. Okay, suppose we interchange two rows or two columns. For example, suppose A is equal to matrix 1, 2, 1, minus 1, 0, 4, 0, 1, 3. Okay, now listen children, look at the notation I'm going to write. Okay, I am going to use R2, look at this, interchanged with R3. Look at the symbol. I am interchanging both the sides, I put arrow marks. That means R2 goes to R3, R3 goes to R2. Okay, so and I name this new matrix as B. What is this matrix B? First row, no change. Second row becomes third row becomes second row. So we get 0, 1, 3 minus 1, 0, 4. Is it clear? We are interchanging two rows only once. Now find out what is determinant A. Find out what is determinant B. Do this. Is it clear, children? Anila? Aditya? What we are doing here? We interchange two rows. Look at the notation. R2 we put double-sided arrow. Okay, line with two-sided arrow. That means R2 gets to R3. R3 becomes R2. It gets interchanged. Okay, and we name that matrix as B. Now find out what is determinant A, find out what is determinant B. Determinant, are you able to calculate? Aparna, are you able to
Yes,
find?
ma'am.
Aishwarya?
Ma'am,
Yes, Karthik.
ma'am, using R2 interchange R3, when you
Ah.
wrote B, you wrote 1, 2, 3. A is equal to 1, 2, 1.
1, 2, 1. Okay, okay. So first row, no change. Okay. First row, no change. Second row and all, is it okay? Second row, minus 1, 0, 4. It is becoming the third row. And third row will become second row. Is it okay, Karthik? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I think I wrote the numbers 1, 2 in that order I wrote instead of writing 1. Okay. Now find out the determinants. Shubham? 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 Yes, Femina? Femina, tell me how will you calculate the determinant here? Femina. Femina. Femina, how will you calculate the determinant? Yes, Femina. Anila Mohanan, tell me Anila Mohanan, what is determinant A? How will you calculate determinant A? Anila. Anila Mohanan. Femina. Yes, Aparna, tell me Aparna.
Ma'am, 1 into 0 minus 4
Yes.
minus 2 into minus 3 minus 0
Hmm.
plus 1 into minus 1 minus 0.
Okay, so we get minus 4 plus 6 minus 1, isn't it? So we get the value as 1. What about determinant B? Aishwarya.
It would be minus 1.
You give
No,
steps. Can you give?
positive
1 into 4
1.
minus, isn't
4
it?
minus 0.
Minus 2
2
into
into 0 minus 3.
0. Minus of minus, it will become plus 3.
Yes, plus 3.
Plus 1 into
0 minus 1.
minus of minus. Here 1 minus is there. So it will become plus. So 4 minus 6 plus 1. So we get 5 minus 6, which is minus 1. Okay. Is it clear? So what is the value you are getting here? Here's the same value, but the sign is changed. So when we interchange two rows or two columns, the sign will get changed. Okay. Sign is changing there. So this is about property 4. This is property 4. Okay. Write the next one. Corollary. What is meant by corollary? It is the sub result. Okay, it is the sub result we are getting from the previous result. So corollary, if any row or column, if any row or column of a determinant delta be passed over m times, or over m rows or columns. Okay, that means if we interchange the rows m times, or if we interchange m rows over m columns, then the value of the determinant is given by delta 1 is equal to minus 1 whole raised to m into delta. Delta 1 is equal to minus 1 whole raised to m into delta. That is, if we exchange it 2 times, minus 1 the whole square. If we exchange it 3 times, minus 1 the whole cube into delta. Is it clear? Is it okay, children? If a row or column of a determinant is passed over m rows, or if that means we exchange over m rows or m columns, then the value of the determinant is delta 1 is equal to minus 1 whole raised to m into delta. Okay, that means, listen, suppose it is like this. Suppose A is, I'm writing like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And suppose I write like this. First row goes to third row. Third row goes to second one. And second one is coming here. So here it is exchanges happening between R1. Initially it is exchanged with R3. Then R3 is exchanged with R2. Okay, it is happening like this. So if 2 rows or 2 columns are exchanged, then value of the determinant will be minus 1 the whole square. If we do it m times, it will be minus 1 whole raised to m into delta. Next one. Next one, property 5. If 2 rows or 2 columns, if 2 rows or 2 columns of a determinant, if 2 rows or 2 columns of a determinant are equal or proportional, if it is either equal or proportional, then the value of the determinant is 0. Then the value of the determinant is 0. Then the value of the determinant is 0. If 2 rows or 2 columns are equal or proportional, then the value of the determinant is 0. Okay, let's just go through an example. Look at this. Okay, suppose we define a matrix like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, R1 is same as R2, isn't it? R1 is equal to R2. 2 rows are equal. First row is equal to second row. Now you expand this, find out the determinant here. What is the value of the determinant? 1 into 6 minus 15 minus 2 into 6 minus 12 plus 3 into 5 minus 8. So we get 1 into minus 9 minus 2 into minus 6 plus 3 into minus 3. One into 6 minus 15 minus 2 into 6 minus 12 plus 3 into 5 minus 8. Are you getting the value 0, Aparna?
Ma'am, I got it as 3.
Here it is 12, children. It is 12. 1 into 6 2s are 12, isn't it? So we'll get minus 3. So it is minus 3 plus 12 minus 9. So it will be 0. So now expand it. Okay, do it by yourself. Don't look at the board and copy it. Try to solve it. After solving, you check the answer in the board. Are you getting 0? Here, 2 rows are identical. As the 2 rows are identical, value of the determinant is 0. This is example 1. Okay, now let's take another example. Example 2. Suppose they are proportional. So proportional means instead of rows, let us take with column. Suppose first row I'm writing this as 1, 2, 3. It's multiple. Okay, it's multiple. Suppose I'm writing like this 3, 6, 9, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Not 1, 2, 3. Can't use 1, 2, 3. 0, 2, minus 1. Now look at here. C1 and C2 are proportional. Is it correct? Is or no? When you say proportional? Okay, when you multiply, C2 gets, look at the notation, children. How I am writing here? C2 gets, okay, otherwise you can write this, column C1 by C2. If you divide it, 1 by 3, 2 by 6, 3 by 9. So all the elements are proportional. When you multiply one row by a constant, you'll get the other row. Now find out the determinant here. Is it 0? Check it. If 2 columns are proportional also, value of the determinant will be 0. So what you will get? 1 into minus 6 minus 18 minus 3 into minus 2 minus 6 plus 0. We get minus 24 minus 3 into minus 12 minus 8. This minus 8. Okay. Are you getting 0? Whether the value of the determinant is 0? Aishwarya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If 2 rows are identical or 2 columns are identical, value of the determinant is 0. In the same way, if 2 rows are proportional or 1 row is obtained from the other row by a constant multiple, that is what we call it as proportional. In that case and all, value of the determinant will be 0. Right, the next one. Next property. So some proofs which are simple, we just go through some example. Okay. Now write the next one. Next property. If each element of a row or column, if each element of a row or column of a determinant, if each element of a row or column of a determinant, if each element of a row or column of a determinant is multiplied by is multiplied by the same number k is multiplied by the same number k. Okay, if each element in one row or column, if you take one full row or one full column, and if you multiply by a number k, then the value of the determinant is, k times, value of the determinant is k times the value of the original determinant. The value of the k times the value of the original determinant. Then the value of the new determinant is k times the value of the original determinant. So listen, once we do the example, it will be clear. Okay, listen children. Suppose A is 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2, minus 1, 0, 5. Okay, listen, 1 second, you please listen children. I'm going to find out the new matrix B. How we get this matrix B? I'm going to multiply the second row by 3. R2 gets 3 into R2. What I'm doing here, how we get the new matrix? I'm multiplying all the elements of a row by a constant. Which is the constant number here? 3. We multiply all the elements of the second row by 3. And that matrix we define it as B. What is the matrix B here? 1, 2, 1. When you multiply by 3, 9, 6, 6, minus 1, 0, 5. Okay, we multiply one full row or full column by a constant k. Now find out the determinant. What is the relation? Find it out. What is determinant A? What is determinant B? What is the relation? So it will be determinant A 1 into 10 minus 0 minus 2 into 15 plus 2 plus 1 into 0 plus 2. So we get 10 minus 34 plus 2. So which is negative 22. Is it correct? Aparna, check your calculate and give your answer. Is it correct? Karthik, determinant A, is it minus 22? Karthik?
I'm doing one.
Ah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now find out determinant B. What is determinant B? 1 into 30 minus 0 minus 2 into 45 plus 6 plus 1 into 0 plus 6. So we get 30 minus 2 into 51 plus 6. So 36 minus 102. So we get minus 66. So determinant A is minus 22. So what is the relation you will get here from these two? On comparing these two, what is the relation we get? Is the determinant B is 3 into determinant A. When we multiply one row, we have to write 1 time. Okay, determinant B is 3 into determinant A. Is it okay, children? If you multiply one row means we'll get 3 into. Suppose we multiply 2 rows means it will be 3 square, isn't it? Because from the first row we have 3, second row also we'll have 3. Okay, so from here we are going to write the generalized statement. One important repeated 1 mark question. Not this one, the point is important. Okay, up to this you copied. Is it okay? Any doubt up to this? Shubham, Tomlin, Aparna?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So now look at your children. Suppose, okay, listen, if A is a, don't write first, listen. Suppose A is a 3 by 3 matrix. Suppose A is a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, then determinant of K into A. What we do here? We multiply the whole matrix by a non-zero scalar. How many rows are there? 3 rows. Isn't it? There are 3 rows. If it is a 3 by 3 matrix and we multiply it by K, and if we take the determinant, it will be same as K cube into determinant A. Why? 3 rows are there. If you multiply one row, then we get 1 times K. So 3 rows are there, means we write this as K cube into determinant A. Not, okay, this note as a whole is important. If A is a 2 by 2 matrix, if A is a 2 by 2 matrix, then determinant of Ka will be equal to K square into determinant A. So in general, if A is an n by n matrix, if A is a n by n matrix, then determinant of Ka will be equivalent to K raised to n into determinant A. It will be equivalent to K raised to n into determinant A. Okay. These are all 1 mark questions. Based on this, we get some 1 mark question. Okay. So next property, property 7. Write the next property. If each element of a row or column, if each element of a row or column, if each element, Shubham, are you sitting and writing there or wandering here and there?
No, ma'am. Mom called down.
If each element of a row or column of a determinant, if each element of a row or column of a determinant consists of sum of 2 or more terms. Sum, S-U-M, sum. Okay. If each element of a row or a column of a determinant consists of sum of, S-U-M, sum of 2 or more terms. S-U-M, sum of 2 or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of, as the sum of 2 or more determinants. Then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of 2 or more determinants whose then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of two or more determinants whose other rows or columns are not altered, not changed. Whose other rows and columns are not altered. Okay, let's go through the example. Let's say not example. Here I'm giving the form here. Listen, children. Suppose a delta is given like this: A plus B, C plus D, E plus F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Now listen, one full row. This first row, the elements in the first row can be expressed as sum of two elements, isn't it? If you take the first row, the elements in the first row is expressed as sum of two elements. So in this case, this determinant, we can split it as two. We can take the first elements, A, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, plus B, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Is it clear? If one row fully expressed as sum of two or more elements, then what we can do? Then we can write the determinant as the sum of two or more determinants, where the other rows are not changed, where the other rows are not altered. We are not changing the other rows. Okay, 3 more property are there that we can discuss in the next class. Up to this, you learn and come. Right up to this. Okay. So in the next class, learn up to this and come. Okay. Thank you, children.